Yo, yo, yo. It's Thursday night. We're back. Dean's been all over the world running marathons. What's up, man? How
How's it
you been?
going?
It's
Yeah,
going,
happy
man.
to be
Going good.
back. You know, it's I'm excited. I was excited about tonight. Because these were my running years.
I
Yeah,
seen those.
yep, yeah. I got to be the fox from whatever that or whatever that movie was.
Was that the seeing red thing?
No, that was the one with the bunny. Zootopia. Zootopia.
Zootopia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was.
I seen Haley posted a bunch of good pictures.
Yeah, those were. It's funny when the cameras are around, she smiles, and
Yeah.
then when so I was Tweedledum, the fox from Zootopia, and Sully from um,
Yeah.
yeah, Incredible
Monsters Inc.
or Monsters Inc. Yeah, she
Yeah.
was Boo, obviously Tweedledee, and whatever the name of the rabbit cop is. So
Yeah, I can't remember.
I
I
know.
know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't
Yeah.
remember.
With today's and moink moink moink. Yeah. So I wore this. So um, if you caught yesterday's video, I released Mike Rios's new Chrysler 300. And when we were in Vegas, his daughter made us these shirts that say Mike, Mike, Mike. And then on the bottom it says, guess what day it is. And then I think on the back there's a 5-star logo. So
That's
that's
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's on
Yeah, I
the
like
back
that
right
video.
there.
I thought the 300 was pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah. So um and it was on the clean pile. So I grabbed it. It's a good
It's
story.
now we got down to the truth of the matter.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Hey, I can wear that shirt because it directly reflects how my yeah, it correlates into the video." So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's RCA wires, who knew? Nobody. Nobody knew nothing. There's no such
Yeah.
thing. Shh. But no, so how are you doing, my friend?
Doing good, man. Living life.
Don't know what that is.
Listen, the the JBL. So let me just tell you, did I tell you about the JBL debacle yet?
Mm-mm.
I did not realize the JBL is just like the Dayton as far as time limit goes until I set it all up.
Yeah.
And I was like, what in the hell? And then it took me a second to think, you know what? This is like the stupid Dayton, and you have to bring it all to a 0 point.
So you have to
So
subtract.
you have to subtract. Go to the farthest. I mean,
Yeah.
you literally done a video on it, I think, that this very
Probably.
subject.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
multiple, I'm sure you done multiple.
So it's funny that you say that. When I do a radio, I don't even bother to measure. I just put them all to 0, and then I play the polarity pop track. So I'll fade it to the front. I
Yeah.
play the polarity pop track, and I just keep moving the passenger speaker out because on a radio, as you add distance to that one, it adds delay to this one. So I just
Mhm.
keep moving it out until it just walks across the dash, and when it stops in the center where I want it, I'll fade to the rear and I'll listen till when it's right here, and then I'll fade them both into the center. And if it's then I'll play the voice track and maybe make gain adjustments at that point. I'll go into the and lower gain on the speaker.
Yeah.
And yep,
Dude,
just measure.
imagine my surprise when I went to what's it called? The Chesky disc?
Yeah.
Where the guy's like, "I'm left of stage. I'm left. This should be coming direct." And then it's like when he goes right of stage, it's literally the left speaker. It's
Uh-huh.
like, what the like,
Oh,
ah. It's still not fixed fully. I didn't have time to go back and hook up the laptop, so what I did in the meantime is I just faded right all of everything, on the deck.
yeah.
I was like, "Wait, I can't." It was literally coming out all my sound sounded like it was coming out of one speaker on the left.
Oh,
So
nice.
I was like, "Until I have time to fix this, we're just fading everything to the right. Can't live like this."
Oh God, that's funny. Hey, from Michigan. I guess they're getting a heat wave up north. A buddy of mine is in Ohio and was like, it's 81 today," and I was like, "Wow, that's impressive."
It was
70
pretty
in
close
Michigan.
to that today, but then it stormed, so
Mm. Hey, if anybody can help Dave there with the whole, you know, I mean, go for it. But
Yeah, it says on
you
the
know,
box.
I mean, there is that. They do give you, I think they give you a good, better, best box in the
Yeah,
instructions. But
yeah.
if you want to pay somebody, isn't that what um what's I always screwed up his name. Sub guy.
Sub guy. You mean Drew?
Drew, thank you. Dude,
Yes.
it's late Thursday. I'm lucky to remember anybody's name. Yeah, isn't that what Drew, can't you pay Drew to design you a box?
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of a backlog, but there's
Yeah.
plenty. I think Mark Car Audio Fab Mark does it as well on his
I would
website.
rather pay Drew. Nothing against Mark, but I would rather pay Drew. I think Drew's, Drew's the man.
Yeah.
You know, I think he'd probably do pretty good there. Um, anyways, I like the topic tonight.
Oh yeah.
Cardio bucket list. I saw you put up your regular bucket list, like dream bucket list.
Yeah.
Um, but so let's hear your car audio bucket list. Let's do something weird and get right into it.
Get right into it.
And let's
But
yeah.
let's see. Well, see, I was thinking, I was like, Dean has done a lot of things in car audio, so I wonder what's left on his bucket list. But mine, I think
We'll do
I
one
would.
for one. How's that?
Okay, I would like to hit 150 decibels again with one sub. Now I've done it before, but this
Okay.
was on audio control mics, right?
Right.
So today that would be like a 144 or 143. So I would like to, and this is one that I will do in car
Yeah.
audio
Yeah. I
at
was gonna
some
say that
point.
doesn't
That
seem too
just,
hard.
yeah, I just want to hit 150 again with one sub, minimal power. So that's
Well,
one.
minimal power is gonna be a tough one.
I, I'm thinking less than 1,000 watts. I have up to 3,000, but I want to do it with 1,000. So it's
I
really
You
going to
could
be
probably
like
do it with 1,000.
yeah, with 1,000 watts and really, really work the box. Now it's going to sound like shit, most
Yeah. Who
likely,
cares?
but who cares?
Yeah. I think Mel, Amp Phantom Mel, when he was competing that one year where he won first place at everything, he had a 3,000 watt sound digital that he was running at 1,000 watts. So he was running, like 999 watts,
Yeah,
but there's room for one more. And some of you get that. Bobby will get that one. Um, and he was hitting 150.
yeah.
So, it's definitely doable.
It's not as like back in the day. It was super impressive. Today it's like, oh, well, this is just what we do now.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but still, it's still like one woofer, 150 dB. I mean, it took the
Yeah,
quad box to get 150 dB. So,
true.
I
Very
think,
true.
maybe a solo X. I mean, I have half, so I could get like 75 dB. Um,
Yeah. Well, better than my zero.
yeah, it's true. It's true. Good call. Good call there. Oops. Um, so I would like to go to in there again. I would like to go to like Ground Zero headquarters in Germany and do like like a tour,
Yeah,
not a full documentary type thing like we did at Rockford, but maybe just like one day in, shoot a quick buzz reel of
yeah,
the office and whatever they have in Germany.
and
Um,
like actually have some time to enjoy yourself a little bit too.
no, no, no,
Oh
no,
no,
no, no. Because for me, my enjoyment is going to do that. Like, even
right?
though it's work, I would really like to enjoy. For me, going and doing that is the joy. So
Right.
I would love to go out to Germany, go to the headquarters, film a bunch of shit, and whatever it is they do there, I don't know. And if there's nothing to film, then I just want to go there because
Yeah,
Carl, Nico, uh, and German Peter, all really cool guys. So
yeah.
you know that would be
That
that's
that
high
would
on my list of things to
that
do.
would be super, super cool, I think.
Yeah.
I have one that piggybacks off that. Now, I would have to travel to Brazil for this to happen, most likely. I want to, with hearing protection, experience one of those Brazilian big trucks with the where you can see people's hair literally blowing back like
Yeah.
200 feet away. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
experience that with hearing protection.
I don't necessarily want to have hearing protection, but I would love to go to Brazil and visit the Sound Digital and hook up with Diogo and I'm gonna the guy the so
Yeah,
HKI is actually two guys' last names,
right.
and I always screw up the other guy's first name because I suck, as we know, when it comes to names. But
Yeah.
and he only speaks Portuguese, which makes things even more fun trying to talk to him. But
Hmm.
I would love to go. They're building a new facility, so once they build that, I would love to go out there and just like see the new facility, and of course experience a giant stunt wall, original
Right,
style.
yeah.
Have my clothes ripped off, Italian job.
I I haven't ever researched this, but was Sound Digital one of the very first Brazilian amp companies? Or was it
Honestly, I have
Tenor?
no idea. It was the guy that owns the company, and he's the head engineer. It was his college um grad
Right.
school project was, and he built the amplifier, the first amplifier, and that's what turned into Brazilian amplifiers and techno and that. So for their story, that's it was college, and he was like, shit, I could make a living doing this. So that's why all the those little tiny amp cells started out that way, and making something from nothing.
Isn't that kind of, well, Scar didn't build their amps, but isn't that kind of how Scar started as like a college project?
He was doing it while he was going to high school. While he was in college, he was working at a place down here, a friend of mine's place, and he was handling their online sales. So he was selling like distribution blocks and RCAs and shit like that for them online. And
Yeah.
he had bought this, or he was buying these speakers from China, Scar,
Right.
and selling those as like a house brand, and then also selling those online. And then while he was going to college and got his business degree, he got a partner, I believe, and Scar Audio is what came from it. So,
Dude, I
but
know I know everybody hates Scar and hates him in general, but I just think it would be interesting to like hear his full story and with him telling it.
I mean, I could probably get that to happen at some point.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's a nice guy. You know, you know,
I
I,
don't
I
I don't think I've had any interaction with him, but
yeah, he's a nice guy. We talked before. We haven't talked in a while. Like when my friend used to work there, we talked more.
yeah.
But ever since he left, I was like, yeah, we just, every now and then we'll get a text message, and we'll text each other, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But as a person, he's a great guy. I don't necessarily have to like his business practices.
Right, right. Definitely. Oh man.
Okay, hold on. It says, Dean, I built my first and last MDF box this last week. I don't know how you dealt with.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't build boxes anymore. I tell you,
Yeah.
it's the best thing in the world. Best thing in the
That's
world.
why I started building them out of birch plywood. It's still
Yeah,
dust, but it's not as much dust. And to be honest with you guys, I haven't built an enclosure in like 3 years probably or
I,
2 years.
it's not worth it. It's not worth
Yeah.
it.
As a matter of fact, I have one sitting here. I have 2 here I just bought
Oh,
because I
nice.
wanted to test them. I was like, I don't really wanna build a box, and these
Yeah.
fit within the parameters I need, so
Let's let's not pick on the guy's brand, guys, because a lot of the brands you guys buy all come from the same place, man. It's the
yeah.
same stuff with a different color heatsink. So, you know, so, you know, don't get too wrapped up in a name.
I
You
do
know,
like this one though. They're like Starbucks.
Starbucks, that's a
They're
good one.
everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, Starbucks. Yeah, that's a
they're
good one.
everywhere, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. That is the best one so far. I like that one. He'd probably like that one. He'd be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, that's pretty good." So whose turn? Is it your turn? I think it's your
It's
turn.
my turn. It's my turn. So, let me think about this. What would I like to do? Mm.
Remember, it doesn't have to be crazy. It's just,
Yeah,
and again, it's a bucket list, so it needs to be somewhat
yeah.
obtainable.
I'd like to go to like Thailand or somewhere and experience their kind of cardio culture,
Mm,
like the Asian countries, and
yeah.
just be there for a week, experiencing their shops, their high end brands that they use, and their go to a meet maybe, and just like kind of live a week in their cardio culture and see what that's like.
See, I'm right there with you. Like, my buddy's a kicker. I'm like, he's like, dude, you got to come to China with me one time, and I was like, yes, yes.
Mhm.
Say when, I will be there. I don't care. I would love to go to the factories in China to see where this stuff is built and just
Right.
stand against the wall in the back while these guys all did their stuff and just be like, to me, that would be the coolest thing ever. If for nothing else, just come back and go, guys, you are not gonna believe this. You know, it's funny too. In that same note, this there's always a story. This morning, I was talking to we did a review of the Diamond Audio spare tire spur, and they
Hmm.
have the shallow mount version of it. And everyone's like, "Dude, what was the shallow? What was shallow mount?" So I was like, "Fuck, I need to call my buddy that works there. This guy John. He's been on our show before. He used to work for Amp. He's the guy that designed all the RCA's, and now he works for Diamond Sword Vega, and he's head of product development. And so I called him this morning. I was like, "Hey man, is there any way we can get the shallow mount version of it?" He's like, "Yeah, just send me an email. I'm in China right now. I've been here for 2 weeks. We're looking at all, they're putting together all the new products
Right.
and ironing things out. And he's telling me some of the stuff that they have coming. And I was just like, he's like, dude, it's so cool. And I'm like, wow, it's just to me, that just sounds like so much fun. Like I would love to go and just see how all this stuff is just, put together.
Yeah. I mean, It I'm sure it's highly like, I work in a factory,
Yeah.
but truly, we're not like factory line, so we're not this person screwing in a screw, this person screwing in a screw, it's kind of, you do a lot. You don't just do one thing, kinda move around. But I bet you that their factory is literally like a factory. Like, you're putting on the slugs, they're magnetizing, they're
Yeah. So Nick says Arc, Blackbird, or Odyssey and Forza. That's a tough choice right there. They're both pretty awesome. They're both AR compatible. They both have 8 channels. So if you're looking at the eight channel DSP, um, with multi outputs, all I can say about Blackbird is Nighthawk. Ooh,
is that the special edition?
no,
Is that
Nighthawk
that's
is
an upgrade?
part two. So one of the cool things about the Forza is the companion amplifiers.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can buy all these companion amplifiers for it, so you can take advantage of multi-channel DSP, because that's what it has. So Blackbird is kind of they didn't have that. They have it in the pipeline. It's
Right.
called Nighthawk, and I'm not saying that one might be in somebody's truck right now getting the paces ran on it, but one might be in somebody's truck right now, you know. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't say that. You didn't hear from me. There's no copy of this anywhere.
Yeah. And wait up, is this the Nick? I was just talking to a Nick about Arc Audio in a DM, so maybe if you're the
Yeah.
same Nick, let me know. He did say
You know,
that if it is the same Nick, so he called Arc to ask some questions about their amps,
yeah.
and then and they suggested a shop in it because he asked me if I knew anybody in the Michigan area. I don't know, but I can ask Dean.
I
Well, he
don't know
called Arc.
anybody.
Arc recommended him a shop. Then he found out that he talked to Brian Mitchell. Actually talked to Brian Mitchell on the phone
Oh,
and
very
found
nice.
out.
I talked to him too tonight. What are the odds? Yeah.
So,
Yeah. If you called in and heard dog in the background, then yeah, or just
yeah.
his sultry voice. Hello. Um. Yeah. Eh, yeah. A lot of today was a good day for new product news. unfortunately, none of it I can talk about, but
Story of your life, huh?
yeah, yeah, some of it I can. Some of it we'll talk about later this week, but um yeah, today was cool. Today we got done with we had we had to work on a Jeep. Mind
Surprise,
blown.
surprise.
Yeah. And so I had some time while I was wiring up an amp to make a couple phone calls. So um we got caught up with a couple manufacturers. So it was kind of nice to do that. I know in new product news, for those of you guys that are curious, you want to keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening, and you don't tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock for, Dean and Fernandez Car Stereo Clips, the news show. Um, New product announcements that are going to be happening at Knowledge Fest next month is uh, Audio Control has new product announcements coming, and Sony, who and I guess now every year is going to announce something at Knowledge Fest. I know what Audio Control is announcing, and that's really freaking cool. I have no idea because Sony doesn't get it when I say, "Well, tell me what it is," so I can properly prepare people for the excitement level to which they should have. So we have no idea what's coming from Sony. So last year they introduced two CD players, and I was like, or two CD DVD touch. I was like, who gives a shit? Um,
Yeah.
they thought it was really cool. That's they've introduced the new ES line, got introduced at Knowledge Fest, the first one. So it's anybody's guess with them what they're going to introduce. I'm really hoping it's a DSP because that's really what the ES line needs.
Yeah.
Because we got the subwoofers, we got the amplifiers, we have all the speakers, except for like a 3.5. And honestly, I can't get too excited about you coming out with a 6x9 and a 3.5. But to me, what that line needs to finish off the ES line is a DSP.
They said the DSP is in their head unit, the ES head unit, the super nice
So
one.
what they need is a DSP. I'm all for the global EQ DSP that's in the head unit. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a that and the Kenwood, one of those you can do no wrong. They're both exceptional. Um,
Mhm.
the 5 Series Alpine is nice. It has some things that's like, how did you miss that? Level control for channel, like how did you miss that? To me, that's really important, and it doesn't have it, so kind of outy. But Sony needs a DSP, and if they can come out with one, that'll be
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
They need a DSP in their amp, like a real one, not the 6-channel one that they had, but like a
No, that's a
real.
radio DSP. I mean, I get it. That was quick
Yeah.
and dirty, and they can do that real
It's
fast. But
basically like a head unit DSP
they need
in
like a 6 to 10.
yeah,
If they could
agreed.
get a 6 to 10 or a 6 to 12, 6 to 12 would be ideal because I feel like the 12 is the number.
Yeah.
Hit that like button, yeah.
Sup, Scott?
So for sure. All right, so your turn again.
I have one for you. I
I gave
would
you enough
like
time.
to have a traveling road show where I go to shops, right, as like an agent of chaos, okay? Like
Okay.
I visit these high-end shops, and I'm working with them. I'm
Okay.
like, I'm messing everything up.
Okay. So you're like the
A
cook
little
guy.
a little bit on purpose, a little bit because I don't know what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
it's like a little bit of both,
Right.
and see how it goes.
Yeah. That would be funny. Um no, it's funny. One of the pitches that we pitched to a manufacturer, we've pitched to a couple manufacturers, but then the more we thought about it, it was like, I don't know if we want to do it, is to go around, hire us to go and do two things. One, go into the shop and train them on the product that whatever that company is represents. And then also also teach them how to do social media as in the sense of making videos, how to properly film a car, how to set up the stage, how to set up the area, how to talk to people, and also for us create a travel vlog, so to speak, of
Right,
spotlighting on that dealer, so that it would be kind of like the catalyst to get that dealer started in the social scene. Like so, we would make a video while we were there, as well as teach them how to make a video and also teach them how to use the product. Um, the problem is how expensive that would be in order for a manufacturer to
Right.
absorb that cost. So, I mean, that
I
would
mean,
be
we need like a distributor that carries a bunch of brands.
yeah, because it would be hundreds, not
Yeah, oh,
tens,
yeah.
it would be hundreds.
Oh,
And
yeah.
because we figured out, travel expense, hotel cost, payroll, um, and not, like equipment costs. We didn't even include that because it's not
You
even
got most
realistic
of
at
it
that point.
because everyone knows about your equipment addiction. It's
Well, and it's not only that. You look at Kicker spent 100 grand to produce that show you guys
oh, yeah.
watch. So yeah, that's just crazy. Um, but yeah, that would be fun.
I'll put you on the list, Big Jeff. When I get it going underway, you'll be first spot. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna mess a bunch of stuff up, man. It's part of the it's way the show goes.
Yeah. So that was our idea, was to actually do that, was to was and we had a couple meetings with manufacturers about it, and then the more we thought about it, we were like, yeah, we get kind of boring after about a year, because after a year, if you've seen all the dealers, it's like, what do you do next year? So it became like it was a one trick pony move. And though it would be fun, I don't, yeah, your idea is way cooler. Um, so
No, can you imagine me like the Solo X just dropped, right? And I'm helping them install one. I just do the screwdriver thing. Right through one of them. Can you imagine the outrage on YouTube?
yeah,
Like, what is this idiot doing?
I mean, I gotta be honest with you, if they hadn't give us the cutaway one, I would probably take apart one that they sent me.
I gotta see what this is made of.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I want to see what happens when you break it, because it's got a replaceable diaphragm. So,
Yeah, yeah.
y- you know, I,
That's why I suggested that one. Like,
yeah, yeah,
this
let's
one
take
I'm
it
gonna mess
apart.
up.
They don't have them for sale yet, but let's still take it apart and go to town. But I opted for the one cut in half because I was like, "Nah, this is way cooler. And that's always on my bucket list. Rare shit from manufacturers. So,
Yeah,
um, high on my bucket list, changing tracks from deviating finally from yours, is I want to be on a PCB. So I want, you always have the little gifs, whatever they are, glyphs.
mhm,
Anyways, on the PCBs, little cartoons and shit.
yeah,
Dude, I want a fucking either Smash Force Productions, a 5-star logo. I want something on a PCB. To me, that would be the coolest fucking thing ever. If you open it up and boom, there's your fucking logo. Like that.
yeah.
That to me would be like, fuck yeah.
Just welcome to the show.
Exactly. That is really. And I talk to everybody. I'm like, dude, I tell you what, just put 5-star logo on that. We will talk about that fucker every night. Did I mention my
Dude,
logo right here?
this
Yeah,
opportunity on the Epicenter Micro, I mean,
dude.
come on,
I,
come on.
I want it on the PCB both because it has to be something that like
Yeah,
I don't know, that is on my, and that's a wish list thing. That's like, oh man, I really want to do that. So that's on my please list.
yeah.
So
Make it happen.
yeah,
Hi-Fi Ramsey, the system is so out of tune, it'll place at a TV competition. Yes, exactly. This is like he's picking up what I'm laying down.
oh shit, that is the best.
Jester's picking it up.
Oh, that is the
Oh, man.
best.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Just have me in there tuning, and
Yeah.
then they put it then someone comes behind me, puts it on the RTA, and they're just shaking their head like,
What the fuck is this guy doing? Yeah, that's like every car that comes in that they ask us to tune. Like, you know why this didn't sound good? Because
yeah.
front is rear, rear is front, left is right. The tweeter's hooked up to the mid range. Yeah, that's great. You're killing it, guys. You're killing it.
And the polarity is wrong on every single speaker.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ugh, okay. So bad. All right. So what's your next one?
Alright, well, what would be my next one? You know, I'd like to have an annual Hi-Fi Vega car audio show.
Like a meetup?
Yeah, like a meetup, but a legit show where people can be SQs and
Oh,
SPL.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that'd be
Like just
cool.
an annual show local to me,
Yeah.
and it's something I thought about doing for a while. I think it'd be fun. Something once a year that I would probably take several months to prepare for, but I think it'd be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Like a hi-fi-a-thon kind of, or a
Yeah,
show. Oh, that would be cool. That'd be cool.
like a
Fernando would
hot tub
love for us to
contest.
do something like that. He's like, dude, we need to do our own thing. Do like some sort of get manufacturers, do some sort of like a knowledge fest, kind of stupid shit like that. I'm like, no, no, not only no, fuck no. Like, are you out of your mind? But yeah, we do it for consumers and stuff. And I was like, are you? You're out of your fucking mind. Um, no, yeah,
Listen, it would be cool, but it's so much work. So much
yeah,
work.
yeah. I mean, just the insurance alone.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, God forbid. Um, so my turn, I guess. One of the things. So I've had the pleasure of doing a lot of cool shit, and every year I do cool shit. I always sit there and I go, can you help me fix my Gladiator? My installer went pack module into it. What the fuck? Um, No. You need if it, no, God no. If it had the Alpine system, just pull the pack module out and put in you need an ACH 3 or 4, and if it's not, you put in a DCH 3 or 4. I don't remember which one it is, and that's
Yeah.
that's it. You're
Put it
done.
put it back to stock and start from there. So
Yeah, definitely, definitely. We actually that's what we did today. We had a Gladiator with the 7-inch screen, no Alpine system, DSR1 because he was like, I want to do an Amp Pro, and I was like, hey, listen, that's great. Amp Pro is usually the thing, but you're doing this because you want it to sound better and you need an EQ of some kind. So let's just do a DSR1. And bass now is subwoofer level control. The speed is punch bass, so your speed level, that 1 2 3 volume increases with speed
yeah.
bullshit that gets negated, and that becomes punch bass. So as you turn it up, you get it's so fucking sweet. I love it.
Just
So
listen,
cool.
side jag, the
Hmm.
the Mustang
Yeah,
that you guys just done, that was
yeah.
super dope. That was super dope.
That guy
All the
drove in
little
from
logos,
Michigan.
really? And
Yeah.
then the what was it, a Kenwood? With all
Hmm.
the diagnostics and stuff on it?
958. Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
the
that was
iData.
dope. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the iData kit with the new. So most people don't realize this, but when you buy compatibility to an iData module, they give you the kernel, and you have to design your own GUI for your air conditioning and gauges and all that stuff. So they give you the basic, and then you have to design a GUI because they want you to do it so it matches with your look.
Right.
So they give you a lot of things that you can customize, and so that's the new Kenwood GUI for that, and it looks really sweet. Yeah, Fernando was like, "Dude, watch the air come on." I was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god."
Yeah, it does look
Um,
cool. The whole system was dope. I
yeah,
liked it
no,
all.
it sounded really good. I was laughing at because we don't ever really think about it, but a Mustang is 8 speakers, and we have to make custom brackets for every fucking speaker that goes in that car.
Which year
Between
which year Mustang was it?
That was a 2017
Okay.
2017 Coyote.
So the same body style as yours?
Yeah, same interior as mine.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
And which just so happens to be one that I'm thinking about getting for my
Oh,
midlife
Mustang
crisis
or the
car.
radio?
No, a Mustang. The
Oh,
EcoBoost turbo 4-cylinder.
yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm thinking about getting
Drop
one too.
drop top, baby. Drop top.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
Yeah,
see. Let's see what's available. And,
it's that
and
midlife crisis car.
yeah,
Um,
you got to do it,
yeah.
man.
So, it's hey, wanted a convertible.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, what I was saying is, what did I say? Oh, so yeah, so weird hearing Dean swear. I know, but that's the great thing about this show is he lets me swear. So if you've never met Bob, one of the things about Bob Saget, for those of you guys who don't know who Bob Saget is, come on, really, was in Full House, he was the straight up American dad. But when you go to his shows, he's the dirtiest motherfucker you have ever seen. And so I kind of equate, like, when I'm on camera for 5 Star, it's very
Yeah,
not
you're
that, but
Danny Tanner on 5 Star?
very Danny Tanner and very Bob Saget in real life.
Yeah.
I like to swear. I'm a big fan of it. I part of the joy I have is inflicting a cuss word at the right moment for maximum enjoyment on myself. So I like to think of myself as a tad bit of an artist. Um, I told you about when I was in Canada and I was ready to start my class, and I go, "So how do y'all feel about swearing?" And it
Yeah.
was like, "It's fucking Canada, eh?" And I go, "All right, this is gonna be a great class."
Uh,
um, yeah, it was pretty awesome. Uh, anyways, as I said, I get the opportunity to do a lot of things. I've taught a lot of classes. I've been all over the world doing it. But there's one place that I have yet to be invited. Let me reframe that. I've been invited out to do a class. I've done a class there, but it was more of a, oh shit, you're here, can you do this, as
yeah,
opposed to, hey, can you come out and do this. And I really want to do something at Mobile Solutions where they invite me out to do, like, they call the key is they call me and say, hey, will you come do this at this training, because I've done a lot with Mobile Solutions. Like I've taught at Master Tech Expo. Obviously, we do the Clean Wire Challenge. There's a lot of behind the scenes shit we do for Master Tech Expo. Brian and I have done classes. We did a class at SEMA. I've done a class at Mobile Solutions when I was there with Orca. But I've never been called up and asked to come out and do, like, hey, I want you to put together this presentation. And that is high on a bucket list of mine, that I just realized I'd never done that for them. And I was like, man, I'd really love to do something like that. So that's
yeah.
that's high. Be honest. Off camera, who swears more, Dean or Fernando? Who throws the best temper tantrum? Um, so I still think I swear more than him because his first language is Mexican, and I wouldn't know if he was swearing in Mexican. uh, he has a. I got a few nuggets of Nando's. um, he has. He's like a woman when, like, he gets in, and I'm not trying to diss women, but you know how they get when they're just like kind of bitchy for no
Yeah.
fucking reason at all, and you're just like, what is up your ass, like.
Mhm.
Ugh, he gets that when he gets irritated, whereas I just fucking explode. So you know when I'm mad because I'm just fucking cussing at the world. Um, I prefer street Dean, yeah. So I'll be pissed, and everyone knows I'm pissed because I'm not. I don't hold it back, but he just gets like, oh god,
He's
dude. Oh,
seething
he just
under the
oh,
surface.
and he pisses me off. It makes me mad because I'm just like,
Yeah.
dude, stop being such a bitch. He got like that at Master Tech one morning, like the last morning, he got like that. I'm just like, dude. And I
Yeah.
got Phantom Chris was walking around, and I came up and he talked to me, and I said, I was telling him, like, because I kind of I sent him on something to do just to get him the fuck away from me. And when I was talking to Phantom Chris, and I said, dude, yeah, and he goes, "Sounds like he needs a hug." I'm a really good hugger, and I go, "For the love of God, hug the shit out of him." So as soon as he came back, he just, "Come here," and he big bear hugs his ass, and he's just like, shaking him like this, and Fernando's feet are
Uh,
dangling on the ground, and it was funny as hell, but it worked. It changed his attitude, and he was like, "Oh, this is so nice," and I was like, "Oh, thank God."
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, but that was funny. But you know, when Fernando cusses, it's almost funny because it's usually wrong. And it's like, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Um,
Uh,
you bet, buddy. Um, but yeah, yeah, he's the best.
yeah.
We complement each other really well because he'll just put up with me exploding and be like, yeah, yeah, fuck yeah, yeah, kill them all. And so it's like, all right, but
Yeah. That's funny.
um, so your turn for bucket list.
Alright. Let me think of my next what would be well, I mean, I guess I'm not super serious about my YouTube channel. Like,
Right.
people might think I am, but I would like to get to 100,000 subs at some point.
Oh, for sure. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
But,
I wish
you know,
we could
I
too.
often do videos that I know aren't gonna grow the channel,
They're fun for you.
but they're fun for me. So, so it's like a balance. I should be doing one for me, one for the people, but right now I'm doing like 80% for me, like 20% for the people.
And I still don't see a problem with that because
Yeah,
it's supposed to be fun, right?
right,
Um,
exactly.
Dean, you ever had an install piss you off and need to break from it? Um, yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, the problem is so for me, if I'm working on something and something is pissing me off, I'm going to work on it until I've figured out whatever is wrong with it. And then once I've fixed it or figured out what it is, then I'll take 5 and just kind of because I can't walk away for something and not have it work. So I can be like, ugh, but I'm not throwing tantrums and I'm not. It's a
Yeah,
job, so we have to get through to the other side, and then when I'm on the other side, I can walk away from it and just be like, okay, we figured it out. All is well with the world. It's cool. Because I know when I come back to it, it's done. I've worked through the madness, and nothing sucks worse than like just leaving something unsolved. Like that's the
yeah,
worst thing ever. That's like total like
yeah.
no, you know, I can't do that.
I'll do
So
that, like, when I'm working on something and Cassie be like, "Well, what's the problem? What's just give me it's not your fault. You're not doing anything wrong. I just need a second to live inside my head and figure this out.
yeah,
Like, let
yeah,
me
yeah,
figure
yeah,
this out. Once I figure this out, it's all good again."
yeah. Oh, for sure. And that's just it. Exactly how many cars will be sound deadened before he completely snaps and rips the door off? Hmm. Actually, it's funny. The thing he hates the most is backup cameras. He hates
I could see
backup
that.
cameras more than he hates any sound deadening. He has really no problems with because he just knows what he has to do. So
Yeah.
he just gets in there and does it, and it's great.
I
But
actually like sound editing. It's, like, so
yeah,
satisfying. It took
he
like hand real
he
bad, but
yeah he hates backup cameras. So I make sure he gets everyone because he's small and he can get into these cars and
seniority.
do it.
I got seniority, bro.
No, it's just he's better at it. He's tiny and he can get through all that shit. All right, so my turn. Bucket list. Uh, I mean, to have a stereo in my car would definitely be a great bucket list item. I don't know if I'd want to waste that one, but that would definitely be something high on my list. Would be to actually to have that. Um, I don't know if I, but the sad thing is I don't know if I'd care one way or the other. Like, because it's but in the reality, okay. So for example, like I know what a Mustang sounds like. Like I've done so
Yeah,
many Mustangs. It's like I know how much time and effort it goes into. Like it took us 3 days to do this last Mustang, or 2.5 days, whatever the hell it was. And it's like I know how much time and effort goes into it. And it's like, oh, I don't want to put that.
yeah.
It's like it's such so much work. Oh
For the
God.
few moments of joy that you get, usually because like, commuting to work, I usually listen to podcasts, but
Yeah.
every now and again, I wanna cruise with the windows down or whatever and jam the radio.
Yeah. So that's kind of. I mean, I'll take it, but I'm not like gonna. Yay.
Right.
Do y'all ever use
Dude,
sundown torch sound? No.
that
No.
stuff that's for, like, SPL only people,
That
basically.
that really thick shit?
Yeah, there's another brand that does it as well, but you literally have to torch it until it melts to the interior.
Is it the like quarter-inch thick stuff?
It might even yeah, it's at least that thick.
Yeah. I have a sample of that stuck on the back door.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody gave us a sheet of it or a couple sheets of it. I gave it to some SPL dude that was there. It's like, "You do SPL. Here."
Take this, yeah.
I'm not gonna
Well,
do anything with it.
and I heard, like, once that stuff's on, it's like it's part of the car,
Dude,
basically.
I tell you right now, and it was funny too because someone was like, "That stuff's shit," and I'm like, "Okay," and we stuck it on the back door, and no, you could probably shoot the back door.
Yeah, that's the other brand does it, Vibroflex.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want Dean to tune my system. Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, I mean, we do it. It's always fun.
Yeah. Get Jeff to do it. Dean's gonna talk more smack.
No, no.
All right, bucket list item. Dude, I had one too, but I interrupted myself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I had it. What was it? Oh, okay. This is kind of playing off yours. So I would like for once, to do an install that's not gonna change.
Oh,
Because since I do installs for the YouTube channel, like I'm always changing and trying
yeah.
stuff on there, I would love to just have one install, build one enclosure specifically for these subwoofers, and not plan on changing it. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I think you just need like a car that's just that's all you'll ever do.
Yeah. Well, this one I'm thinking about the Mustang, and then I'll take since it let me say it takes you guys 3 days to do it, so that's about 30 days of my time. So that's probably 6 months of weekends. Then it'll be done.
Hmm. Okay. You know. Um. So they do a FOCAL trip every couple years where they go off to France and go visit the factories and all that stuff. Um. I think that would be cool. I think that'd be cool. I think that would make some really interesting. Yeah, it's funny that a lot of my bucket list shit is like, and honestly, the sad thing is in like a non-car audio, like real life shit. Same shit, same list, same. It's the same
Yeah,
list. It's like, oh, I want to
exactly.
go with. No, I just want to go film this.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't want to take your family? That's optional.
Yeah, they can come if they want.
I mean, if they want to do their own shit, go for it. But I want to work over here and like I want to do this. Um, it's funny. I was talking to somebody today, and they were like, "Well, yeah, you went to this show, you went to that show. Isn't it get tiring?" I'm like, "Fuck no." Like, yeah, but you're always working. I go, yeah, but I'm having a great fucking time doing it. I
Yeah,
mean, like, are you kidding me? It's like,
yeah,
one of the calls I was talking to some of my Canadian guys today, and they were like, we want to get you up. You can get me up whenever the fuck you want, man. Just make a call. We will make it happen. I will figure out, how to get the time to get up there. Cause shit, it
yeah,
was so much fun. I mean, wow, yeah, this sucks. We gotta work over all weekend, and I don't know, talk about car audio shit with car audio people. Yeah, that sucks. Who
yeah.
wants to do that?
Dude, every time, like every year I go to Derek's. So every time, I swear we don't sleep probably 4 hours maximum a night,
Yeah,
but I don't care. Like I'll catch
yeah,
up sleep and we go. We're hanging out, we're doing cardio stuff.
yeah.
Uh, you know,
But
just
imagine doing that with 200 car audio people.
right, exactly.
Sleep? The fuck is sleep? That's why
Yeah.
it's why the last night is the worst, because I know I got an early flight. We're not going to bed because we all want to hang out, and it's like this might be the last time I see you for like 8 months. Well, fuck, we got to rock it till the wheels fall off, you know. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, going up to my room, packing my bag, taking a shower, coming downstairs, hopping on a bus, hopping on a plane, flying back home. Fuck me. It's like, oh, that's terrible. That's the funnest shit ever. It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Trust me, it hurts. It's painful. Because like when you're flying on a plane, you're doing this shit.
Yeah.
Or you're sitting in the fucking terminal waiting for your 45-minute plane boarding bullshit because we don't know how to board a plane in Canada. Um, you're like, Jesus Christ, man. We started boarding 45 minutes to an hour ago. I'm never getting on this fucking plane. Like, Jesus Christ. Um, but yeah, no, it's the best. Yeah, that was fun. I was like, I mean, that's the reality of it. I mean, I got a call from fuck, what's his name? Does all the shows. You used to run SQology. Um,
Uh,
Clifton.
Clifton, yeah.
Yeah, Clifton's like, dude, I need you at Aggie Lane next year. And I was like, dude, oh, okay. I mean, sure. No, you gotta come. You gotta come. We gotta figure out how to get you here. I'm like, it's not real hard. you know, just saying, there's planes
Exactly.
that fly. You give us tickets, we
Yeah.
come. you
Give
know?
us tickets and a place to stay. We be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
All right, so bucket list. Oh no, so go to Focal and film some shit there. And it'd be really cool. Um, that's high on my list of like, damn, I want to do that.
I have a let me just do one at a time in case we go. Slamology.
Hmm.
This one will happen soon. I don't know, not this year, but I wanna make it happen soon. It's literally the biggest cardio show in the country. So I wanna check it out, just see what it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. You know,
Yeah.
it sounds yeah. I think we might do more of that next year instead of like Knowledge Fest. We might try to switch out Knowledge Fest for like something like that, just
Yeah.
because kind of tapped out
Something
on
a
that
little
one.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, just something different to waste our time with. So depending on how they fall throughout the year, that might be something that would be cool. But I'm gonna pass you in the airport, Rob. Damn, I'm flying out to Slamology.
Yeah.
You flying into Vegas? Yep.
That's why I'm missing Slam this year because 'cause we're going to Vegas, but literally, because I told Bob, I was like, "Well, I mean, we'll meet up if I'm down there," and he's like, "Well, I'm flying out this day." Guess what? That's what day I'm flying in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strangers in the night.
Yeah. No, and there again, I think that would be fun. Um, because like, I mean, I mean, the thing is hanging out with cardio guys is hanging out with cardio guys, whether they're talking about SPL or they're talking about whatever the hell it is we talk about. Um, Honestly, it'd be neat to hang out with the guys because they're going to talk about shit that we don't talk about. Like when we were at SEMA and we were over there in the pit, and you had Gately and his wife and some of those guys, and they're just talking. I have no fucking clue what these guys are talking about. They might as well be talking another language. But I was just like, dude, so tell me about this. This guy, I was like, damn, that's fucking cool as shit. Like we don't do
Yeah.
any of that shit, you know. So I think that would be fun, just
Oh,
to
yeah.
just to hang out with a different
Definitely.
group of people.
And the demo culture from that to an SQ show is so much different because
Oh, dude, they
everyone
want
wants
to kill you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Especially when they know you're an SQ guy. It's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give them the beans." Like, "Alright,
yeah,
yeah. I love this shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's do
Just
it."
destroy.
Yeah.
So last, I think my last bucket list thing is, and I've done this personally. Like I did it with the IRTA too. But one of the things I'd love to do is be develop a product from the beginning to the end, like for a manufacturer, so to speak, not necessarily for myself because whatever,
Yeah.
but help be a consultant on a product line and just work through the whole, because I've been in and out of a lot of product development over the years, at one point or another, and it's fun. It's always great to kind of be brought in and get the questions and see where something should go and all of that. But to do something from conception all the way through to, oh fucking hey, that to me would be the funnest thing ever. I would really enjoy doing something like that. That would be a lot of fun. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's
you kinda got to do it with RTA, right? The
well, we did
IRTA.
it with the RTA too. That was 2 years of fun and excitement. But I think it'd be, something bigger, like
Yeah.
some big
On someone
something big.
else's dime, especially. That's the
Yes,
kinda
because that was really expensive. And that was really expensive. Buy RTAs at dnftooldrower.com, dnftooldrower.com. Pick up your RTAs. Now USB-C compatible.
Yeah.
You know,
He bought all the shittiest
I
USB-C adapters.
dude, did you watch that video?
Yes, I
Is
did.
that not some scary shit?
Yeah, it is,
Like, could you imagine, like, you got your headphones in and you're listening to your shit and you're like, why does this sound like crap?
right.
You know? And it's like, holy shit, you got some big expensive fucking headphones and that's the shit that's coming out of it. Oh, fuck
Mhm.
me. Like, dude,
Yeah.
one of them that didn't work looked the worst. It was like I'm like, Jesus
Basically,
Christ.
the only one that was, like, safe was the Apple one,
The
right?
Apple one. The Apple
Yeah.
one or the one that the lightning plugs into because that one doesn't have a DAC in it.
Oh, okay.
It's just a
Yeah, that's
cable.
right. Yeah.
So, and that's actually the hotter way to do it. So if you want more output gain, which honestly is good and bad depending on what app you're using. If you're using the Studio 6 RTA app, it doesn't matter because you can do scaling on that one real easy. That's the one nice that is like I've got all these apps that I use for different things, but I always go back to the RTA app from Studio 6 because it's scalable. You can just go whoop, or you can go
Yeah.
whoop, or you can move it up and down. I don't know why that one feature is so fucking handy. It's like, God damn it, what really?
The
So,
the audio control one doesn't do that?
well, the audio control one does because guess who's made by
Yeah,
Studio
yeah, that's what I
6.
was saying, yeah.
So Brandon, who used to be the head engineer at Audio Control, is friends with the guys that own Studio 6. So Audio Control makes the I test and the U test mic for Studio 6.
Yeah,
So and they make the expensive one that they have also. Um
right.
the like $1,000 mic, whatever the fuck it is. But so there's that relationship there where the two of them. And when Brandon was working at Audio Control, we had talked about talking to them to like do a branded, maybe doing a branded, IRTA app. And I was like,
Mhm.
that's another $10,000. I just don't want to spend.
Yeah.
It's like,
Let's grab
yeah,
the
damn,
first
their app
20.
works great. Let's just go with that,
Yeah.
because app development, fuck that, man.
No,
If I was
that's a
going to
whole
spend the money, I'd develop an app for Android because apparently you can't, no one wants to build one. So when everyone goes, you need to make it Android compatible. No, Android needs to come out with an RTA app because it's
Exactly.
USB-C. It'll do it. It's just your apps don't exist.
But well, because there's a million different flavors, I'm assuming that's why.
I don't know. When you go to the Android App Store, there's not one RTA app.
Yeah. There's
You
some
go to the Apple App Store and there's 10, and they're
yeah,
all good.
yeah. Yeah,
You know,
there's
I,
some speaking of which, because I hit you up because I'm tired of using Room EQ Wizard with the laptop and the whole setup, and I don't have a USB mic, so I use the interface with the XLR calibrated mic to do it. I was like, you know what? I want to do this on my iPad, so that's why I hit you up because I did not know if that would work with iPad, but
yeah,
so it's on the way. I'm
the I
in need of
test
it
I'm
badly.
sorry, the U test mic
Yeah.
and the IRTA2. Like I was actually talking with a company today because they were trying to put together a package, and I go, what you need is the U test mic. And they were like, oh, it's branded audio control. We can't have it. I go, no, it's not. It's branded Studio 6. They're like, really? I go, yeah. So anyone can have it. So I said, you put those two mics and you put those two pieces in a box with an iPad and a couple cables, and you can do anything you want at that point.
Mhm.
And they're like, hmm. It's like, yeah. You buy an $8 Pelican case from the cheap tool store, and you're all set.
Yeah, you're good to go. Your whole
So
tune-in setup. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
need a new
I mean, that
laptop
mic's like
kit.
$150.
What's
Ridiculous.
that?
The mic's only like $150.
Well, and the cool thing about it too, unlike the eye test mic sucks because it's like this long, but the
Right.
U test mic is just a USB, so you can put an extension on it, so you can put it in a car and have your iPad outside the
Out of
car
it.
and do all your shit, and it's like, okay, that's a legit tool at that point. You know,
Yeah.
there are some things it doesn't have, but it's still better than nothing or shit. You gotta have something.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I have one final bucket list item.
Yes, hit us.
Do this show live at SEMA.
Okay. I mean, that's actually not as hard as you'd think. All you have to do is find a booth that someone will let you in to do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
because we did that SEMA show with Diamond, or it was either Diamond or Swern Vega. I don't know, same guys, but
Storm Vega. Yeah.
yeah, it
Right.
might
Yeah.
have been Swern Vega. We did that live on the show floor there. It sucks. It's hard because there's
I bet the internet is
everyone's making
terrible.
fucking noise.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
it's rough. I mean, if you come to a Knowledge Fest, we could do it live from Knowledge Fest.
Yeah. I can come to the Dallas one.
Yeah, we could do it live on the floor there. I mean, I'm sure I could find if we couldn't find someone to put us up in their booth, we could always just do it in the MEA booth. They'll let us do anything we want. So, um, yeah. And
Yeah.
if we're lucky, we can just sign into their computer and their microphone, and we don't have to do shit.
That's the way.
I mean, we won't do that probably because like that's never that easy. But it's definitely because we used to do that. We used to set up the whole rig and we have the whole thing. And we haven't done it in years just because
Yeah,
it's so freaking hard to do. Because trying to get people to come over and talk to you live is
yeah.
brutal. It's so tough.
See, that'd be the good thing because we just talk. We're like, hey, look at this guy over here. What an idiot.
That was me at Master Tech with the microphone. Just you
Yeah,
could hear me
I
saying
know,
that
I know.
about you.
Exactly. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Like, look at this guy. He doesn't even know we're talking about him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, they're not talking about me. Yeah, we're talking about you. Yeah. No, don't look at me. Don't look at me. you know, you're looking at me. Why are you looking
Oh
at me? All right, come here. I'll give you some free shit.
yeah.
Dude, I was
Uh,
giving away boxes of RCAs, man. I'd be like, you need some 3-foot RCAs? Here's
uh,
6.
just start chucking them out into the crowd.
Oh, dude, I was because I had so much shit to get rid of. It was ridiculous. Because I figured he'd want to, Brian would let's just keep it for next year. And then he goes, all that shit on that table, I want it gone. And I go, you bet,
I can do that. Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that. People were walking away with
Uh,
distribution blocks and power wire and you name it, man. I was giving away tons of shit. It was great. So, and
all right.
next year will be even better.
What you got coming up?
I have no freaking idea. We got the news tomorrow at 9 o'clock, which I don't look at the news until after the show, so I can get excited and get my game face on. So we got that. As far as like we finally finished the Xterra series, so that's done and out. That was nice to get that over with. I think that ended Monday, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh, Honestly, oh god, you know what? I'll have to save it till next week. We got some cool shit coming up.
Damn,
JVC.
dude,
What?
next week
No,
we're
next
going to a
week.
concert. Yeah, we're going to concert.
All
I
right, so
forgot.
you know what? In 2 weeks, I'll tell you about the JVC thing we got coming up. It's all good. It's
Remind
all
us.
good. It happens.
All right.
All right, man. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. See ya.
Yeah. Join. I'm gonna leave a link here.
Yes.
If you want to see the excuse for me needing to just catch up on stuff, we also do movie reviews, but catch us here.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.